Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new video. My name is Musa Jala. In today's video, we're gonna be reacting to a video from Anna Goldman, and she's new to me. And the video is entitled "How to Behave in Norway: 11 Things You Should Never Do." Norwegian Etiquette. I am a Norwegian citizen, so let me see if she's right. So with no further delay, let's get into the reaction.
Hi guys, my name is Anna and welcome to my channel. Usually every single Sunday I'm going hiking, and today, not to feel alone, I'm taking you with me. In this video I'm going to tell you my list of 11 things you should never do in Norway. I have many of you guys from Norway here, so if I'm wrong about something or I'm missing anything, please let me know in the comments down below.
I'm gonna tell you, Anna.
Number one. Thinking that Norway is a small country. Guys, you cannot imagine how many people don't understand how large Norway actually is. I've heard many times that some people actually think that to get from Oslo to Bergen takes 2 hours with a car. Let me open you a little secret. To drive from Oslo to Bergen takes 7 hours to drive with no stops.
That is crazy. It is actually true, driving from like Oslo to Bergen is like 7 hours if you don't stop, But if you're not crazy like me, you're gonna have to stop, If you stop, it will take like maybe 8 to 9 hours depending on how long you stop and how often you stop, And also depending on the weather condition, Oh my god, I drove from Oslo to Bergen once. It was like in March, and when I reached on top of the mountain, it was like minus 24 degrees, minus 24 degrees Celsius, It was like really so cold, I was like, it was at night, so I was like, what if my car break down right now, Like, I was so afraid actually, It's not even like the furthest point you can drive in Norway. If you're going from down south to go all the way up north, it takes like more than 28 hours to drive non-stop,
No stops.
Norway has a lot of mountains. It takes so many hours to drive from one place to another. For example, it takes 5 hours to fly from the south part all the way up. No, Norway is a very long country which is stretching from top of Europe all the way to the Arctic Circle. If you start a really large pin in the most south point of Norway and spin the country all around, Norway will reach all the way to it.
Man, that's crazy though. Like, Norway is really long. It passed through Denmark, it passed through Germany, it passed by Poland, Austria, Hungary, all the way down to the end of Italy, Norway is really long,
Do you enjoy this video and find it informative? Please let me know about it. I will be happy to see your reaction. Second, get too close to anyone, anywhere. After 10 years of living in England and especially in Italy, I got quite used to people getting really close to you when you speak.
I don't even know the lady and she calling me a son on a beach.
Norwegians are very different. People in Norway appreciate their personal space. They're not being rude, it's just their nature. If you're not sure how close you should go, just watch their body language and don't get any closer if they back away from you.
Get away from me. Get away. Stay back. Stay back.
I would say half a meter or a meter is quite a safe distance. However, during current situation, I got this message from my colleagues. Keep this in mind. Third, never show up late. It is considered to be rude or to be late for the event or cancel at the last minute. Up to 10 minutes.
Actually, that's one thing I like about Norwegian people, they are like always on time, they are so punctual, But man, oh man, oh man, oh man, African people, oh my god, we never on time, If you if you tell somebody from my country like we have party like 8 p.m, they're gonna come like 10 p.m, So if you want the party to start 8 p.m, you have to tell them like, oh, it's 6 p.m. It's crazy, They always give you like 2 hours ahead,
It's late, it is okay. Norwegians will understand if you let them know in advance that you're going to be late for the event. Oh, I'm so sorry I got lost while hiking. I will be 7 minutes late. Actually, some Norwegians like when people coming earlier to help them out. Think number 4, making eye contact all the time for a really long time. Norwegians don't like eye contact. They don't necessarily consider it's rude, they just don't know what to do about it and how.
It is weird, you know. Imagine you're looking at somebody like this, you know. It is freaking weird, you know. Like, I don't know. It's not even. I don't even feel like this should just be like a Norwegian thing. I feel like this should be like the rules in general, you know. Don't stare into somebody's soul like this all the time, you know. Like, what are you doing? You know? What are you looking for, you know?
How to react. It doesn't mean that you should avoid it at all, especially when you greet someone. It's normal to look them in the eye. Hi, hi. Hi, hi. But don't look at them for too long. A simple rule here, just make the same long eye contact as they do.
If you enjoyed this video, like, remember to like it and subscribe down below, you know. If you have another video on the reactor, you can like put them down in the comment section also, you know.
You cannot underestimate the word koselig. Koselig means cozy, which is extremely important for Norwegians. Whether it is staying
Kushle.
inside next to the fireplace or spending a whole weekend in a cabin, hot koselig means for Norwegians to be 100% comfortable and to become really open up to other people. Christmas Eve is the most.
You know, like when they say kushle, like what some people might consider to be like lazy or like relaxing. That's what Norwegian people do and take on steroids, you know, like they take it to the next level, you know. Even like the Danish also, you know, like, oh my god. They like to like kose seg. It's like a thing in Norway, you know, everybody want to like relax and enjoy themselves, you know.
Important day for Norwegians where everything has to be koselig and traditions have to be followed. Thing number 6. You can never think that you're better than everybody else. Janteloven is a very important and unwritten law in Norway. It basically says you shouldn't think that you're any better. It doesn't mean that you shouldn't have self-esteem. It just means that just don't be cocky, no matter how professional or
It is funny, you know, like it is funny, but it is true what you say, you know, like basically don't be a dick, you know. That's what they don't want you to do, you know.
how rich you are. Norwegians don't like people who brag. Number 7 might sound funny, but it is not funny at all, guys. When you're in Norway, never say that Sweden is better.
Oh my god. So don't she said never say Sweden is better at winter sport, you know. But generally, for your own sanity, for your own safety, never say Sweden is better, you know. Like that word is not allowed in Norway. Whenever you say that in Norway, you're gonna go to prison, you know, like for like maybe 10-15 years, you know. Whenever you say like Sweden is better in Norway, you're gonna go to prison. So never use that word in Norway, you know. We don't do that here, you know.
At winter sports. I'm just making sure that no one can hear me here. Norwegians and Swedes are bitter rivals when it comes to winter sports, especially winter Olympic sports. Swedes even have a theory that Norwegians dog themselves because they win a lot. But if there is the one thing you never do in Norway is to make fun of Olympians here. However, it doesn't mean that you cannot talk about it at all. Just be respectful. Because guys, now I understand after last winter how difficult it is to become such a strong character in terms of winter sports. The training is so painful. And I'm talking about random snowboarding, not about professional training for professional Olympic sports. Number 8. Do not ask questions that show that you have no knowledge at all about Norway. It is not a good idea to visit Norway and ask where are there polar bears. What? Or if Norway is the capital of Sweden.
I feel like this was for Americans out there, you know. Americans, you have to be careful with this one, you know. Like, I feel like this video should have been entitled like what Americans shouldn't do in Norway, you know, because like I feel like those things are just common knowledge, you know. Like even though I don't know much, say for example like country like maybe Thailand. Now I don't know much about Thailand, but I know like what Thailand is a country by itself. For the I want to say for the first and first, it is a country by itself, you know. And I know like the biggest city in Thailand is like Bangkok, you know. So like those simple things you should know, you know. And I know like there's a lot of different things you could do there, you know. Like I know like a lot of tourists go there, you know. But you shouldn't like be like, oh, is Thailand part of China? You know, it's just wrong. You know, like those are simple things. If you Google for like 2 minutes, you can find out yourself. You know.
Believe me guys, this happens a lot. I even had a few examples without naming names. I told people that currently I live in Norway and they go like, ah, you moved to Sweden. No, I'm living in Norway. It might sound funny, but believe me, first of all, you will feel stupid making statements like this. And secondly, Norwegians and people who currently live here will make fun of it for many years after.
Actually, they will just make fun of you, but I don't think it'll be offensive to them. You know, they will just look at you as being ignorant. You know, like people asking like, "Are you from Africa? Oh, so do you see the lions when you're in Africa? Huh?" Like, what the fuck? You know, I haven't seen lion my whole life. You know, so like, it is just what she's saying. Yeah, you know.
Silly Bridget.
Number 9. Not dressing for the weather and complain about it. As Norwegians saying, there is no such a thing as a bad weather, only bad clothes.
Actually, in Norwegian, they say det er ikke dårlig vær, det er bare dårlig klær. So if you like dress properly, the weather is gonna be amazing no matter how it is outside. To a certain extent, it is true, but like Norwegian winter, man, it can get bloody, you know. Like yesterday was like minus 18 degrees, you know. Like, and we like in January, you know, like late January is like minus 18 degrees, you know. And like where we live in supposed to be like the warmest part of Norway. But it's crazy here sometimes in the winter. But you know the thing about Norwegian winter, I feel like it's also so long compared to other places, you know. Like Norwegian winter is really long.
Oh no! I told you there is not such a thing as a bad weather, only bad clothes. Actually, Norwegians complain quite a lot about the weather. Go to Bergen and talk to local Norwegians. They will complain a lot about how often it's raining.
Bro, like Bergen, oh my god, like the weather in Bergen is like, it's like a menace to society, you know. Like it's really, really so, you know, like Bergen is not so cold when you look at the temperature, but because it is raining all the time, so if you're not dressed properly, you go outside, you know, you get wet, you know. It might be like 5 degrees Celsius, but it will feel like, oh, it's like minus 40 degrees, you know, because you will freeze, you know. It gets so cold and it rains a lot in Bergen, you know. There can be sun like 1 minute, boom, and then start to rain, you know. Like, look here, you know, out of 365 days, rainfall for like 231 days. Imagine, you know, like.
Here. However, Norwegians know exactly how to dress up for the cold weather. If you don't know what to wear in Norway and coming here winter time, watch my previous video. I explained how layers work. If you show up wearing a t-shirt and shirts when it's minus 10 degrees, you should thank yourself.
Yeah.
Number 10. Think that you can see the northern lights anywhere in Norway all year round. Some people actually think that it's dark in Norway all the time and you can see the northern lights everywhere and all year round.
What?
That is
I've been living on the East Coast and the West Coast since I moved to Norway, and that is like so true, you know. Like, you know, in Sarpsborg, they recently, like this winter, there was a lot of the northern light in Sarpsborg, you know. But it was like the first time that I've seen the northern light on the side of Norway, like in almost, I think, 50 years, you know. So like it was just a little bit, you know. It wasn't like a much like up enough, you know. So like people that live down here, you know, we basically don't see it, you know. If you want to see them, you have to go up north, and you don't go in the summertime, you have to go in the wintertime also, you know.
is not true. The best time to see the northern lights up north would be from September until early March. And still there is no guarantees.
Yes.
You can spend 2 weeks up north in Arctic Circle without seeing them because of cloudy weather. So if you really want to be lucky and experience such an event as Northern Light, watch my previous videos. There I'm explaining how to book a proper tour to the Arctic Circle and how to find the right people to show you the Northern Lights. They can even bring you all the way to Finland to make sure that your dream will come true and you will see the Northern Lights. Number 11. Visit only Oslo, the capital of Norway. And actually, in Norwegian, the right way to pronounce the name of the capital is Oslo. Oslo is a great starting point to spend there a few days, to go to the parks, to visit Aker Brygge, to visit Viking Ship Museum, also the opera. But after that, my advice, go somewhere else. Travel to Bergen. You will see those fascinating Norwegian legendary fjords. Or move even up north, like to Lofoten or to Tromsø, and you will have a great
Man, Lofoten, that shit might not be wrong, you know, like I'm a victim to this problem, just like saying right now, you know, like I'm so like stuck like in Oslo and like Bergen, you know. I haven't like explored a lot, you know, but like green places like Lofoten is like really, really so pretty, you know. But like that's my dream one to like I don't know if I want to drive to go up, you know, but it's like really so far, you know. But the thing is like if you take a flight from here to Tromsø and then you take a car to drive to Lofoten, it's like 5 hours, 6 hours. So it's like still pretty far, but I really want to go there, yeah.
chance wintertime to see those legendary northern lights, or summertime you will experience midnight sun. It literally when the sun doesn't go down and it stays daylight 24/7 from the end of May, I believe, until the very beginning of August. Last but not least, my advice before you travel to Norway or to any other country: first, research some information about country. Make sure that you know basic things like the name of the capital or some history about the country you are visiting. Also, just be open-minded. Treat other people with respect, the same way you want to be treated, and you will be just fine. Thank you so much for watching this.
Man, like overall, I feel like it was a really nice video. You know, she like hit on a really good point. You know, like most of the things she said, I agree with her on it. You know, but like no, it is like a really fascinating place. You know, but like do yourself a favor. You know, whenever you're traveling somewhere, before you travel, at least do research. You know, at least you're gonna know if you're gonna like the country or not before you go there. You know, but don't just wake up and like go somewhere because you have like a cheap ticket to go there. You know. So like I hope you enjoyed this video. If you do, remember to like it, comment down below. We'll see you in the next one. Peace out.